What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sang, and today we're going to be reacting to a video from the conservative twins titled LGBTQ Horror Story / Transition Regret. Now, this is the Hodge twins, but I haven't watched them in years. Back when I watched them, they was just doing workout videos. So I saw this on my feed and I got really confused because I'm like, is this them? But I guess let's see what they're talking about.
Before we get started with today's video, we got a message.
They're so old now. All right, hold on. Don't be looking at me like, well, yeah, they're old. I haven't watched them in years, y'all. I haven't watched them in years.
From our sponsor. When you look at the future and wonder how you're going to survive, there's one thing that you need to take care of more than anything else. That's food. That's food, man. We got you. Right now, you'll save $250 on 3 month each 3-month kit you require. When you're ready for withtwins.com. Yeah, got a new show for y'all. Hey, everybody. This woman actually calls herself a doctor. Check her out.
Okay.
Puberty is an exciting and confusing time for teens and parents. Along with all the physical changes that happen during puberty, it is also a time of identity formation. It's pretty common for adolescents to try on different identities as they go through this period of time. Some parents will have to adapt to their child revealing more personal information to them, like the fact that they have a gender identity that does not match their assigned sex at birth.
Assigned sex at birth. Nobody assigns you your...
First off, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. Gender's not a thing. It's not. Either you was born a man or you was born as a woman. Now, I don't care what you want to cosplay as at the end of the day, but you either a man or a woman. There's no, when people be like, gender and sex are two different things. Gender's not a thing. It's just sex. That's all it is. All of this, that the libs and Democrats be like jumping down and forcing down your throat and all that. You know that what they're pushing hard onto us was created by like 2 pedos? I'm serious. Look it up. Look it up. It was called John Mooney or Money, and it was somebody else. I always forget the other guy's name. It was 2 pedos that created all that. And they're really latching hard onto this. It's weird.
Sex. The doctor may assign your gender, but your sex you're born with. Yeah, you can't change that. And you know, gender and sex has always been synonymous until the LGBTQ perverted it. Yeah, now it's like comparing apples to oranges. Used to be apples and apples. Now it's apples and pig's feet. Yeah, but the doctor's not assigning anything. Your sex is your sex. Yeah. You guys are conflating sex with gender. What the doctor do when the baby's born is assign you your gender. You can grow up and
what?
Say, when the baby's born, he assigned the gender. He's not assigning sex.
He's assigning.
Explain to me one more time.
Okay, you're assigning you your sex. It's not. We all talking about the same thing though. Also, when did they turn conservative? Like, look, the background. When did they start doing this? When did they stop doing the workout videos? Do they still do the workout videos? I'm just genuinely curious. But I guess back to this.
I'm saying the doctor is not assigning. He's just labeling the baby's sex. Yeah, you can't pick your sex. You're born with that. Yeah. He's assigning gender. He's not doing that.
He's not doing that.
No, she said the doctor's picking sex. She's a lying bitch. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No. That's what I'm saying.
We all on the same.
When the baby's born, the doctor is assigning the baby's gender based on his genitalia. She's lying in his video saying the doctor's trying to assign the baby's sex. Yeah, but he's actually just saying what sex the baby is. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. He's not saying. You see what I'm saying? I see what you're saying. See, they confusing us. Okay, make sure we on the same page here.
We on the same page.
Picking the baby's gender. He's just looking at. Okay, he's got a penis. This is a boy.
There you
His
go.
Sex is boy. What?
So
I don't see a penis and balls. What's that? Oh, I see a gash right there. Oh, this is a female. So he's assigning their biological sex. He's not assigning shit. He's just looking and telling you what the fuck he's got. Well, what is she talking about? Well, what you talking about? You talking about doctor ain't... I'm talking about when the damn baby's born. Okay, he's got a mushroom tip. This is a boy. Yeah, but he's not assigning anything. He's not assigning anything, right? Assign is like you go to school and teachers say, hey, you've been assigned a book report. It's on Martin Luther King. Have that shit ready done by this Friday. That's assigning something. She's saying that the
just move on.
Right?
Move on, bro. Just move on.
I think so.
We all on the same page. Just move on.
LGBTQ people is messing up my brain cells. Yeah, man, stop. But anyway,
just move on. Just move on.
Why I think this is so dangerous? There's grown adults who decide to transition, and then they later regret it. That's why I showed you this video of this woman.
That is true. So what they're trying to do to kids now, so they're trying to say like a 5-year-old can choose what they want to be, and they want to start this whole process with your child of putting them through surgery and getting rid of the parts that they were born with and creating fake parts or chopping things off to give them the body that they think they want at 5 or 10 or whatever. You're not an adult, right? Your brain stops fully forming at 25. So everything up to that point, you don't really know what you want. You don't really know what you want to do. These are adult decisions. And what's happening is that they're allowing these children to make these decisions, and we don't have any long-term studies showing the negative effects and things that are happening. So the adults that have done this now, a lot of them, there's a lot of stories out there, whether articles or videos, and you can look all this up. There's a lot of people that regret transitioning to whatever they transition to, and they can never get their original body back. And it's crazy because when they come out and they explain this, they're immediately silenced either by the alphabet community or by the Dems, because it's like that ruins their whole purpose and goal. And it's like, no, people need to know this. Not everybody is going to have a good transition, right? There's like, don't get me wrong, there's a few people that transitioned and they claim they love it, but there's tons of stories out there that they try to hide where most people don't like it, they hate it, and they regret it. And people need to know that, because you're stuck with these changes for the rest of your life. You can't go back. If you a guy and you cut your stuff off, you can't get another one. You can get a fake one, but it ain't gonna operate how your real one did. It's over for you. It's done. You can't really do what you want to do with it. It's stupid.
I mean, she is a doctor. She went through college. She did everything she had to do. But man, this is...
Also, pay attention to a lot of doctors and therapists that try to co-sign this and agree with things like this. They all usually look the same. They all usually look evil. Like, really look at their faces, they hear everything. They all smile the same. I started peeping that out after a while when I started watching a lot more of them videos would come out on social media or on YouTube of how they were just like so for it. They all look the same. They all look crazy. I would never trust my child with any of them.
So batshit crazy for a doctor to be pushing this. If you went to medical school, you became a licensed doctor, how can you say these things? And you turn your back on the oath that you took when you became a doctor?
Do doctors have to take oaths?
If they want it, like, all right, I'll give it to you. Plus, I'll make me some money doing this. I mean, they're going back on that oath. You see what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. You go see the doctor. Hey, I don't want to be a man anymore. Okay, well, lay it on the table. You ready? Once I do it, you can't go back.
Yeah, right, it's over.
You're a female now. No, you're just a mutilated man. But check out this. This is tragic. This is a transgender female, biological male. She went through transition, and she regrets it. Yeah. So check it out.
Here we go.
The last few years of my life, and I realized it's been a complete hell. My life has just went down the hill ever since I had so-called bottom surgery trying to be a woman. And I regret it. I regret it 100%. I regret too that I ever thought I was trans, that I ever thought I could be a woman, you know, and I wish I could go back and not have any surgeries or medical transition or take any hormones. To be honest, like, this transition has costed me so much of my health, both mental and physical, as well as certain relationships in my family.
Yeah, I bet it did.
It costed me job opportunities. It costed me a career that I could have had. I don't know if you guys know it, but I do have like 2 master's degrees and I'm a CPA. And honestly, like, this whole transition,
that's crazy,
and my whole like trying to be a woman thing completely derailed my life. And Right now, I have osteoporosis, scoliosis. I have a lump in my breast.
Oh, shit.
I have 1-inch vagina, and yeah. So it's like I have no sex drive.
1-inch.
I'm
vagina.
trying to do the transition. I'm taking testosterone injection at this point, but I can't grow any facial hair. Like nothing is happening. I mean, obviously, I still like wearing makeup and stuff, but makeup and hair does not make a woman. So
Yeah, it don't.
I've been so delusional for all these years, and I just wish my family and friends weren't so supportive of my transition, you know, and I wish they sat me down and talked to me and said, like, are you sure this is what you want to do? Maybe you'll grow out of this.
See, here's the one issue with that statement. If you try to sit somebody down and be like, are you sure you want to do this? This sound kind of crazy. They'll throw you under the bus. They'll call you a bigot. They'll call you a transphobe. Every name under the sun. They'll be like, then people be like, disown them. They don't really care about you. So we're at the point now where when people be like, I want to do it. And we're at the point where a lot of people be like, okay, do it. Because you just don't feel like dealing with the BS and the backlash. A lot of people just be like, do it. Now that you did it, now you like, man, I wish they would have sat there and said, hey, don't do that. No, y'all have created a scenario where a lot of people in society can't do that because they do fear the backlash and BS that comes with just being real with you. Like, it's okay to not be a yes man to your nonsense. It's okay if somebody really cares about you, wants you to just take a second to rethink everything instead of just jumping on in. It's okay. It's okay to do that. This is crazy. This is stupid. How dare you say that? Knowing that if you would have went online and been like, my parents telling me to second guess, they telling me not to do it and blah, blah, man, the online community would have been like, who are your parents? They would have been looking into stuff, found them, would have sent it to their job. You know how much BS comes from that? Man, shut up.
I have so much to say, and all the things that I say are not gonna be like perceived well by trans community, but I don't care. I'm leaving trans community. At this point, I identify as non-binary person. Any pronoun is fine. If you see me as a man, that's fine. You can call me he. If you see me as a woman, you shouldn't. I'm not a woman. I thought I was one, but I'm not. And sorry, like honestly, I just don't know what else to say. And I know some of you guys thought I was trans and you guys looked up to me maybe, and like, but I've made a huge mistake that I cannot take back. I completely miss my sex drive. I miss my penis, and I completely fucked up. Whatever, I sacrificed so much financially, and like I've been through so much trying to get this approximation, like really bad approximation of female genitals, and that's what enough. It is.
You know what's crazy? That doctor, if you want to call her a doctor, I mean, I don't think she's a doctor. You're turning your...
No, she's a doctor.
No. She's a witch doctor in my eyes.
Thank
know
you.
What I'm saying?
Thank you.
They keep saying that people are confused with their gender. Kids are confused with their gender.
They're
are
not
confused. They know exactly what they are.
Y'all
and
pushing
who they
stuff
are.
on them.
They just don't agree. They just don't like the body that they're living in.
No shit. Like this guy, he's gonna live his life as a guy now.
Yeah.
I mean,
you see, he had a 1-inch vagina. He had bottom surgery.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, kids don't know what they want. And that's what that doctor at the beginning was trying to push. Like, you talk to, like, my nephew is 6. He thinks he's Sonic. So what? If he go to school and they push that on him and he be like, teacher, I'm Sonic. What they gonna do? Call him Sonic all day? He not Sonic. Call him by his name. What they gonna do? Have a doctor call my brother and his wife and be like, well, your son seems to identify as Sonic. So, I mean, we're gonna have to bring him in and give him hedgehog surgery. That's how crazy this sounds. Like, no, you sit him down, you call him his name in the classroom, let him do him. And then on recess when it's playtime, if he wants to run around and be like, look, y'all, I'm Sonic. Let him do him on It's a Kid. They don't know what they want. That's why the parents are there to put things into place. I'm not about to let society brainwash me into be like, if my daughter, okay, here's a good one. Growing up, I was a tomboy. If I grew up in this era, you know, they would have been all on my mom and dad and be like, huh, so your daughter likes to play basketball and baseball? Oh, and she plays video games. Sounds like she wants to be a little boy. Why don't you bring her on in and we can get some therapy done and get some surgery done and chop those breasts off and go ahead with this full transition? No, that's crazy. All of that is crazy. And it's, you know what, I didn't want to be one. I just liked doing that stuff because it was fun. Very happy with being a female. But nowadays, when I tell you, doctors and therapists would have been pushing that on my parents hard.
I don't think he said.
Why would they only give him a 1-inch vagina?
Well, because he wasn't born one. What do you think they're going to go dig a damn big-ass gaping hole out of him? So
I'm just
somebody
saying,
10 inches can
if
come
they're
out?
going to give me a vagina, do you at least make it deeper than 1 inch?
I don't think that's what she said.
She said she had a 1-inch vagina.
That is
I
what
would
she
say
said.
How can I have sex with a woman with a 1-inch vagina?
That's all you need is an inch.
No, I need at least 4 inches cross, at least 10 inches thick. I mean, deep. 10 inches deep.
Hey, let me say something, Kim.
Go on, say something, man. Go on, say it.
I mean, this guy's going to live his life as a guy now, and it's like, how are you going to bust nuts?
You just had
You
to go
can.
there, huh? Just had to go there. I mean, you just had to say it, didn't you? You know, some things you don't have to say. It goes without saying.
No, that's what I'm saying about this doctor. It's like, this is dangerous. I mean, you have grown adults who make this transition and who regret it all the time, and you're pushing this decision on little kids? You're giving girls hysterectomies? You chopping nuts and cocks off? You can't reverse that. I seen this one woman, she wanted to be a dude, she's getting testosterone. She started growing hair in her urethra.
What?
Yeah.
Women have urethras?
Yeah.
Thought man, only man. What's a urethra? Your pee hole, right?
Yeah, it comes down from your bladder. Women got them.
Yeah, I think they talked to a trans man. I don't know. I think it was trans man on the What Is a Woman documentary, and he was saying he had an ingrown hair now, and they can't go in and fix it. And he said something was wrong with him where it's like deadly now. Like he can one wrong thing and he can die. He said he regrets it completely. Like if he can go back, he would. And he said the LGBT community just was like on him about his wanting to detransition and everything and the horrors behind it. And then when that documentary came out, they like ran him off social media because he was like trying to be honest and put it out there. It's insane. It's insane. But I'm gonna end it right here because I kind of figured they the hot shit. They just gonna keep cracking jokes and talking about busting nuts and stuff. But yeah, it's messed up. There's a lot of horror stories. So I actually know 2 people that transitioned in my life. So one of them is my friend out of state, and she transitioned to a guy, and I guess he seems to be doing okay. We're not really close though. I actually know him through another friend, but he seems the last time I saw him, which was a couple years back, he seemed to be doing okay, and there was no issues with that. And then the most recent job I had before leaving to just work on my own, there was a guy I worked with, and when I first came into the company, I knew him because we worked together, but when the pandemic started, I just didn't see him anymore. So I just thought he like either left or quit, because I know a lot of people quit because they were scared of the virus, which is stupid. But anyways, and then months later, I had moved into management, and he came back, but he was like, he had transitioned to a woman. Now, the confusing part about that was because he didn't look like a woman, like, at all. Out of all the months he was there before he ended up going to a whole different warehouse, he still looked the same, and he still used the men's bathroom. But he ended up transitioning, so he had breast, and I guess, like, chopped his thing off down there. Because he ended up telling my old boss before he left and I took over. It was weird. It was a very weird conversation to have. And he just still looked the same. Like, he never looked like a woman. And then the issue there, so like the TikTok we just saw where that guy was like, I want to be a guy again. He was like, I hate like all the financial decisions and money I made. So the time period that this girl was gone at my job, She was telling me that she had got evicted from her apartment and that she now had to go to court, or she was going to court for the eviction, but she ended up ultimately getting evicted. And I was just like, oh, I was like, you didn't pay your rent or whatever during the whole pandemic. And she was like, well, I went to go get my surgery done, and I saved all my money for that, and I thought that was more important, and my landlord just doesn't understand that. And I'm like, boy, yeah, of course your landlord still has to get paid. Of course they're not going to understand that. That's between you to do in your free time or whatever. That has nothing to do with paying rent on the first of the month. So yeah, I see why you're getting evicted. And she just couldn't understand. There was a lot of things. I think something was wrong with her mentally too, where there was a lot of things she just couldn't understand that was very common sense about like life and everything. And she was one of those people where that TikTok video, I wish my family would have told me XYZ. Her family did it. And guess what she ended up saying about them and to us and everybody else at work? My family's evil. They're transphobes. They don't understand. Okay, well, and that's why that person's family was yes men. But anywho, if you want to see me react to more videos like this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss when I drop a video, because you already know who it is. It's Sang.